Morning. Just as the sky lit up, while the whole of Sunfeather City was still hidden in the darkness before dawn, Sunfeather City, Zhao family clan. Flash. A young juvenile reacted on instinct, threw off his warm, comfortable covers, jumped up from his bed and put his clothes on. All of this was done in one breath. At this time, most of the family sect disciples and even some of the servants still slept. This young person was around 13 to 14 years of age, with a slim body and a childish face. He wasn't super handsome, but he was still good-looking, especially his eyes. They were clear and full of fighting will. Just a bit longer, and I can reach the second rank of the martial path. Then I'll have all those other Zhao family sect disciples shut up. This young person's name was Zhao Feng. Half a year ago, he came from the Greenleaf Village's Zhao family, side branch family, to the Sun-Feather Zhao family sect, relying on his superb performance. At the Greenleaf branch, he was a genius for his age and was the first to reach the first rank of the martial pathway. From then on, he left the life of mortals and stepped into the gateway of cultivation. At that time, every old person in the village praised him for his talent, saying his future could not be measured. His family sect, parents, they all had high hopes for him. However, only Zhao Feng knew how many more times the effort he put in compared to his peers, allowing him to become the genius of Greenleaf Village. Greenleaf Village family was one of the main Zhao family sects side branch. Every 5 years, there would be 2 people recommended into the main sect. The person who came with Zhao Feng was Zhao Xue, a girl who reached the first rank of the martial pathway only 2 months after him. After leaving Greenleaf Village, Zhao Feng was full of fighting will, determined to go to the main Zhao family sect and show off his skills. However, only after he went to the main Zhao family sect did he realize that he was just a frog at the bottom of a well. In terms of population, Greenleaf Village Zhao family only had 100 people, with only 7 to 8 people around his own age. At the main Zhao family, however, there were tens of thousands of people, and they controlled large portions of land, mines, and resources. Compared to the Zhao family of Greenleaf Village, this family was over 100 times larger. In the side branch in Greenleaf Village, he was considered a talent, even a genius for some. Here at the Zhao sect, however, he was considered to be one of the lowest level of cultivators for his age, a lowly outer disciple. In the Zhao sect, there were many youths his age who had broken through to the second rank of the martial path. There were even some who were talented, having broken into the third rank. And according to some rumors, some of the family's geniuses had already broken through to the fourth rank. Confronted with this reality, Zhao Feng started to realize that he was nothing compared to them. He was innocently ignorant and small in comparison. Also, Zhao Xue, the beautiful girl who came with him from Greenleaf Village, she slowly became distant from him after entering the Zhao sect. She also interacted more and more with one of the top 3 disciples amongst the outer disciples. Looking back, when Zhao Xue was still at Greenleaf Village, she looked up to him in awe and even adored him. However, at that time, Zhao Feng only focused on cultivating and ignored her. From then on, he became more and more desperate and put in more effort into his cultivation after feeling despair. He made an oath that he would take a spot at the top at Sun-Feather City in the Zhao sect. Otherwise, he would never go back to Greenleaf Village. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. After washing up, Zhao Feng took a deep breath and then ran towards the family sect's martial arts field. Ha! Ha! Zhao Feng took a half step with both fists carrying the wind and practiced the Zhao sect's flaming metal fists. Flaming metal fists was only a core martial art, but Zhao Feng practiced it carefully, polishing it beautifully. In layman's terms, normal martial arts were put into 5 categories: core, low, middle, high, and peak. After washing up, Zhao Feng took a deep breath and then ran towards the family sect's martial arts field. Ha! Ha! Zhao Feng took a half step with both fists carrying the wind and practiced the Zhao sect's flaming metal fists. Flaming metal fists was only a core martial art, but Zhao Feng practiced it carefully, polishing it beautifully. In layman's terms, normal martial arts were put into 5 categories: core, low, middle, high, and peak. Core martial arts, the lowest of martial arts, were used to strengthen one's body and blood. The damage dealt by them was very restricted. Normally, the higher the rank of a martial art, the higher the damage dealt by it would be, and the better it would be for cultivating. However, with Zhao Feng's side branch identity, as well as having no exceptional talent, it was very hard for him to learn martial arts of a higher rank. I have been staying at the first rank of the martial path for a long time. However, to break through to the second rank, I still lack some time. After practicing for a while, Zhao Feng's face was raining with sweat, and his breathing rate was quick. Zhao Feng's talent wasn't considered bad. The reason why he couldn't catch up to the others was because he didn't have martial skills of a higher rank. He also wasn't rich, like the main family disciples who could buy precious pills to increase their cultivation speed. Some say a few disciples of the Zhao sect would use these precious pills from birth to strengthen their bodies. Before reaching 10 years of age, they had already broken through the first rank of the martial path, gaining a certain advantage compared to others. At the starting line, Zhao Feng was already separated too far from them. Half an hour later, the sun slowly rose into view. At the martial arts field, some of the Zhao sect disciples slowly but steadily came, and some laughed and played with one another. However, when their visions landed on Zhao Feng, their eyes suddenly became cold, and some even showed disdain. This attitude wasn't just pointed at Zhao Feng alone. The Zhao sect disciples looked down upon everyone who came from the side branches. In front of those who came from the side branches, they felt a certain amount of power. When Zhao Feng was lost in his thoughts, a sound came whistling from this back. "Little broomstick, stop there!" "Pah!" A hand as strong as metal hit him hard on the shoulder. "It's you!"
Zhao Feng was caught off balance and almost fell. Luckily, his core skills were good, so he steadied himself. The guy who came was a youth dressed in black. His body was fit and muscular, and he had thick eyebrows. His eyes had a tinge of playfulness inside of them as he looked down upon Zhao Feng, who had just steadied himself. "Zhao Kun, what is the meaning of this?" Zhao Feng had a face full of anger and wanted to hit Zhao Kun. When Zhao Feng first came to the Zhao sect, the two of them had a little conflict. This was because Zhao Kun was mocking those who came from the side branches, and Zhao Feng was dissatisfied with him. Zhao Kun was a person who took revenge at every possible opportunity, and from then on, when he found Zhao Feng, he would humiliate him in every way. "Zhao Kun, with your strength, if you cannot take this side branch disciple in 10 moves, then it would not be cool." 10 moves. Zhao Kun is already at the peak of the second rank of the martial path. To fight that kid, I think 3 moves will be enough. 3 moves? If they fight straight on, it will not be that easy, the disciples nearby said, ready to watch the show. Most people did not care about what happened, so they spoke without restraint. 3 moves? Ha ha ha! Zhao Kun raised his head and laughed with a look of disdain on his face. "You are all looking down on me, Zhao Kun. To beat this kid, I will only need 1 move." Only need 1 move. The disciples who were present had looks of shock on their faces. 1 move? Zhao Feng's eyebrows crunched up and his face changed. The anger in his heart also rose again. He and Zhao Kun only had 1 rank in difference between them. If Zhao Kun did well, maybe he could win in 3 moves. That was true. However, just 1 move. This was a humiliation. Facing Zhao Kun's provocative eyes, Zhao Feng calmed down soon and thought, "I cannot fall into this trap. Even if I live through this 1 move, he will still humiliate me after." Having been at the Zhao sect for half a year, Zhao Feng had been beaten a few times and had learned to bear with it. "I am quite tired from training today. Let me rest a few days, and then I will fight you." Zhao Feng's face was expressionless, and he then left without another word. His performance gave Zhao Kun, who was the same age, a pause. "Okay, kiddo, I will let you off the hook today, but the next time we see each other, do not forget about today's one-move battle." Zhao Kun's eyes gave off a cold and cunning feel.